Smoking on that sensei make me feel like Master Splinter. Catch me round your bitch way, best believe I been up in her. Nigga tried diss me, I ain't even gon' get him. But if you talking about that fist play, best believe I'm no beginner. Told a freak I'm trying to pin her. Gave her D, she gave me dinner. Slayed the P, I made it quiver. Heard the beat and turned the B and said this here could be a winner. All I need's a glimmer. Count on me, deliver. Flow like he's a river. Nobody is realer. Hoes like please come hither. Hold my keys, little nigga. I feel like my shit be hits on hits like Thriller. Hits like Pittsburgh Steelers. I got the alchemy. I like how they doubting me. Cause I just be chillin'. I'm high like a mountain tree. I'm fly like a falcon bee. And I don't be trying. It just happen naturally. And all of my hobbies are fucking and giving a pipe from the balcony. I love it. I'm sick as a bucket of buck shit. This verse is a hazard, G. These niggas is dastardly. Man, who in the fuck is this? What's up?
What's happening?
Yeah. I just wanted Brian and Zach to have a little bit more tact. just be a little bit more slick with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas was quite obvious, and then I found that a little off-putting. But golly, bro.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. How you feeling tonight, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. Tonight.
Hey, hold on. Thank y'all so much. Y'all got me to 2,000 subscribers since last night. I wanna just share my appreciation real quick. It's a big deal to me. 2,000 may not be a lot to most people, but it's a big deal to me. I appreciate it. The family is growing. I appreciate all y'all rocking with us. But Sean, how you feeling tonight, man? You got a rant for us or what?
Man, not really, man. This episode didn't really have too much going on. You know what I mean? It was kind of it was fun to watch, but nothing in particular just stood out. I thought it was fun. To watch. The game wasn't disgusting,
Oh, you didn't think the game was disgusting?
Nah, it had slime in it, but they weren't spitting on each other and stuff, so that's always good.
I mean, we'll get to it, but they were like the slime from every couple was still in there, like the slime and the leftover whipped cream, and they in the same balls as every other couple. So it's pretty.
Like I said, they didn't spit on each other, and they wasn't swapping spit with each islander, so it was a little more tamed, I guess.
All right, so this episode was pretty much ass. If y'all can't tell that my opinion of it already, it was kind of a filler episode. So we'll definitely have time to get to the comments tonight. Completely forgot about the comments last stream. That forgive us. We're still new to this live stream thing, so we're figuring out the mechanics of it as we go. But we'll try to be more intentional about making sure that we're communicating with you guys in the live chat while we're talking about the show and everything. But I'll just start from the top of the episode. Like I said, I felt like it was kind of a filler episode, which you get those. Every episode can't be great,
full of drama.
Yeah, so you get something that are a little bit boring. I just think this is one of those ones that was a little bit boring. But we start off with Tatiana and Clark. They're just both happy that she's still there, that he's still there. They still have opportunity to explore their connection. Now we knew they were going to be in the bottom, or we knew that he was definitely going to be voted to the bottom, and a lot of those polls was based on what happened with the laundry and whatnot. But how did you feel about the overall vibe between them? Them expressing their gratefulness for still being on the show, and just their whole situation altogether.
Tatiana and Clark.
Yeah, Tatiana and Clark.
I mean, you knew it was going to happen. It's sad that it happened. The fact that it was only over that one episode is why they ended up at the bottom. But it is the way it is. I'm glad they both still there, me personally.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll never root for him.
I'll never get past that hater shit. But
Yeah.
I'm not mad about them being there because they're one of the few, authentic couples in the villa.
Yeah, facts. Like, I know we're not doing that this season, but for us old head Love Islanders, we still want to see couples.
Yeah, apparently we're in the minority on that. So the next scene is Ashley and Shelly talking about America's opinion, and we get a lot of this, man. Like especially at the beginning of the episode, a lot of them just kind of discussing how they feel about what America said. America said this. Like some people, making some comments to Maya, which we'll get more into that later on. Now that they realize that she's popular, but
Yeah.
I mean, we already knew that this specific cast was way more aware and intentional about the audience and making sure that they're winning the game than any other season that we've seen before. So it's no surprise that they're deeply affected by America's opinion, quote unquote. But I found it just a little bit off-putting the amount of times they were referencing it. It's like, okay, like it's over. It was a little exercise. It didn't really mean shit.
I like to look at it as like at least they were trying to reflect on the situation. I'm hoping they learned something from this. You know what I mean?
They can't learn nothing because they would have to know why we feel the way we feel. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what happened back with the Jeremiah scenario. We literally put Jeremiah in a whole new relationship to get him away from Huda. And somehow they interpreted that as he was the problem.
They read that all wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though there were dudes there that we could have put with Huda, I said this in my review, there were dudes there that we could have put with Huda if the problem was Jeremiah, and we could have left him single, but no, we left her single. Yet they interpreted that as Jeremiah's a problem because they were all in there. They were all in there listening to Huda in the first place. So I don't trust these Islanders to be able to put two and two together. So I don't think they're going to be able to decipher, why things were voted the way they were at all.
It's just hopeful thinking on my part.
They would need like the old tweet challenge or something where people they're getting to hear direct comments about them, like what exactly we think the actual scenarios and opinions that we have on those scenarios. I said before, I feel like it would be real cool if they would show clips from content creators, since a lot of the Love Island discussion is online and it's driven online with content creators. If they had somebody like a couple clips from Jesse Wu, a couple clips from Little Black Book 91, you know what I'm saying, from Queen, the big ones, the Tammy Talks, like those kind of clips where they're sharing like true opinions that are shared by the masses. Give the Islanders a real insight as to what we really feel, how we really are interpreting their movements and whatnot. I think that would be more impactful. But shit like this, where they just kind of left to their own devices to try to figure out, why we feel the way we feel. They never
without the actual commentary, they could take it either good or bad. So,
and I'm also tripping on like, okay, so this is Friday. We got Sunday, and next week is the last week, right?
I believe so.
I feel like we should have already gotten the last bombshell because there's usually like either one more bombshell or one more set of bombshells that comes after Casa Amor. So I feel like that either should have happened this episode or there should have been a preview for that coming. And maybe that'll be on Sunday. Maybe they'll have.
I mean, they said there was supposed to be a recoupling on Sunday. So I don't know if it's supposed to be before or after they recouple. Like, I don't know how they plan on doing it.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure it's got to be at least two more bombshells. Otherwise, there was no point for a lot of people to even be there. Those people aren't going to find connections.
But I mean, what's taking them so long to get them out there? You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. Like, they got rid of 5 people was it last night?
Yeah, last night.
Yep. Yeah, that was Thursday. Yeah, they got rid of 5 people last night. This was the time. Like I said, we don't have that much more time. So if you're going to bring in more people, this is the time to do it.
This is the time. I said, I mean,
look, everybody's saying no bombshell.
Why not no more bombshells? Just somebody for Alandria one time.
They probably don't trust casting. I wouldn't. I don't necessarily think they're gonna bring in anybody that's gonna shake the table.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. All right, so Alandria admits to Iris that Sierra standing behind Tatiana really did offend her. at the time when she's telling this to Iris, I'm thinking Iris should be offended by Ciara not standing behind TJ. Because remember, like they were sitting over there in that little foursome talking about how we the only couples,
how they the strongest and
shit. Like we the drama free couples. Like we watching everybody else, burn and whatnot. Even if it was just ceremoniously, because I don't remember how many people TJ had behind him at the time, but like at the time, Tatiana already had like 4 people, I think it was, and then Adriana had 3, or Andrina had 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Tatiana had 4, Adrina had 3. I don't remember how many TJ had at the time, so I'm thinking she could have stood behind TJ, just to show Iris some support since they were supposed to be this foursome.
Yeah, I know he only ended with 2. It was her and Zach. That was all that stood there.
Okay, yeah, so she could have stood over there, just like I'm saying, like TJ would have had 3, Andrina would have had 3, and then Tatiana would have won with his 4.
I'm so happy TJ gone. I mean, and I think that's why people didn't really stand behind him. I don't think he really liked Iris. I think he was just playing the game, and even the Islanders could see that.
Really? You didn't think he liked her?
Huh?
You didn't think he liked her?
Nah. I mean, because you remember when he first got there, he curved all the girls that was there, and then
when he first got there, he kissed Iris and Soul Ties.
Yeah, I mean he did, but to me it seemed like a reach to me. I mean, I could be wrong, but
yeah, no, I felt like they had true chemistry. I believed in their connection personally.
Okay. I think he was a snake, but
I agree. I mean, honestly, like truthfully, I could root for Pepe and Iris if they make it a thing. I can support that.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm still supporting Chris and Huda.
We'll talk about that, bro. Like, we are on very opposite sides of the
Yeah. I saw your review. I see that we on opposite sides.
We are on very opposite sides.
I saw your review after I made my review, and I was like, "Oops."
No, so is yours out?
Yeah. I put it out right today around 8, right when the episode came out. Late as hell.
Not great timing, but okay.
No. It took me all day. I'm working on it. I'm trying.
I got you, bro. I got you. All right. Yeah, no, I just felt like it was ironic that she was saying that to Iris, because I think that was an opportunity for Ciara to support Iris. I don't know. I mean, I get what she said, huh?
Said she just wanted to support her man. Forget them other girls.
I think that's how it always is with Ciara, though.
Yeah.
And I think the girls are starting to figure that out. All right, so we do see Iris and Pepe starting to kind of gravitate towards each other. How do you feel about that? Because I feel like it's sincere, I feel like they both maybe always secretly liked each other, but since they each had situations, they're also 2 of the more respectful people there. So they wouldn't be shady, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be doing underhanded shit. So they were truly being respectful towards each other and never going there. But now that neither one of them have a connection and they have the freedom to get to know each other, I think that there is a sincere connection. I mean, she's definitely his type.
Yeah. I mean, they both, in past episodes, they both expressed things about each other. So, I mean, I think they can have a good connection going.
I do too. We got some people that disagree. We're gonna get to Brian for sure, big time.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, bro, that was so bad. You think so? So Jay King thinks Pepe and Iris are forced. I don't think so.
I can see how you can see it that way. It's a very thin line to know if they're just playing the game and trying to win it as friends, or if there's really a good connection. But they're both such nice, considerate people. It's going to be hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see any drama between them. So we don't know if it's real or not, really.
I believe it. I don't think that either one of them would be on here faking it. You know what I'm saying? I think that they're both sincere enough to where if they weren't feeling it, I think she liked TJ enough to say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. I think he likes Hannah enough to say, I'm gone. Yeah. If there's nobody there that they're genuinely interested in, you know what I mean? So I think that I can get behind it.
I mean, the way he curved Andrina, I'm sure he can curve anybody if he didn't really like him.
Well, Andrina doesn't fit his profile.
And she fits everybody's profile.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't, bro.
I feel like she should.
No, I feel you. I mean, like, ain't nothing wrong with her, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, he obviously, you know what I'm saying?
He liked them blondes.
Yeah, for sure.
So he didn't like Grayson, but
I just saw a comment about this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It might have gone away. All right, yeah. Mo says Chris bringing up his basketball career, as there isn't one really. So for him to bring it up. Yeah, all right. So this is what I was gonna say about it, right? So we got Captain Saberhood, and I feel like he was slow pitching the fact that he may not be able to play basketball anymore because I didn't look into his career. Like I don't look up niggas that play overseas. I mean, that's too far into the weeds for me. You know what I'm saying?
I seen his stats online.
So apparently the brothers on TikTok, you know, got all his info pretty quick, and he wasn't that good. Team suck, whatever. Hey, I'm not gonna disparage him. He's playing pro ball overseas. I ain't never played pro ball overseas.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He made it more than most.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's still an accomplishment. So I'm not gonna knock the brother for not being the best professional basketball player overseas. It still puts you in a different category. Still, congratulations, great accomplishment, whatever. But I do feel like this conversation with him alluding to a dream was him kind of slow pitching the idea that, you know, I said I was a pro basketball player when you met me, but that may not be the case anymore. And
don't expect that in the future.
Yeah, I may need you to kind of adjust your expectations for what this is going to be going forward. I feel like this was him trying to help Huda adjust her expectations. Did you get the same impression?
Yeah, I mean, when he first started talking about it, I was like, this is a conversation. And it took me a while to try to figure out, like, what is he doing here? And I was thinking he was trying to say, at first, I thought he was trying to say, like, hey, when we get out here, you know, I'm gonna be gone for 6 to 9 months, so don't expect a real relationship.
That's not what he was saying. First. It looked like he might be looking for a place to stay. Because he was talking about when he come to LA, you stay with family. And she was talking about after the show, she moving to LA. Like he may know, you know, he coming from Casa Amor, he may know that she already had a you know, kind of a significant social media following coming in.
Yeah.
You may know that she's popular. She's over 1 million on TikTok, right?
That I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she's one of the ones that's over 1 million. So yeah. I think he might be looking for
Sierra was almost to 1 million until I think she lost like 200,000 followers in an hour.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sorry, Sierra is fake though. I'm sorry.
She really is. She really is
fake. And I'm gonna need her to deflate that top lip. It just I've been trying to look past it all.
Bro, does she not look like Jamie Foxx trying to play Wanda every time she's on scene? Just why are you doing your lips like that?
No, it's bad. It's bad. All right. So all of a sudden we got Shelly making Ace breakfast and shit. So one night America is saying, you know, we don't really fuck with y'all as a couple. The next morning she's making the effort. She's making them breakfast and suggesting that they close things down. I just every scene with Shelly and Ace now annoys me.
Yeah, it does, don't it?
I just whenever I see them, I just get annoyed instantly. Like they just bother me.
Yeah, they were trying to be the fun-loving couple this episode, but it's gonna take a lot for me to change what's already in my head.
You know where I'm at, bro. I can't. I'm sorry. Like I wanted to support Shelly coming into the season, but being with Ace, I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Ashley. Yeah. Being with Ashley, I can't rock with that.
That's my main problem with her is the fact that she's still with Ace. She was I don't know, she was so much better before she was actually in a couple with Ace. Once she got in a couple with Ace, then I don't know, she started acting like she was one half of a power couple. And I don't know, it's a big turnoff, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, anyway, they're closed off now, and I could not give less of a shit. So, like you alluded to, they did this nasty ass challenge where it essentially ends with a makeout session covered in slime and whipped cream in a floaty pool of balls or something. I don't know. It's some freaky ass shit. I'm so tired of these producers. I really am. It's not necessary. We don't need okay. First of all, they don't need to kiss in every challenge. They just don't. Like it's not necessary. But I mean, if they're going to, we don't need to add the element of slime and some sort of food item to make it as gross as possible. And then, like I said, the continued tradition of them not being able to wash their ass when they get back to the villa. No, first they got to go sit out in the sun and let the shit bake into their skin to where it looks like dried up nut.
Yeah. No, they like yesterday's episode. Everybody was looking disgusting,
bruh. I'm tired of these producers, bro. I really am. Like, we gotta get a petition going or something. It ain't gotta be so nasty.
Yeah, it's like really do that nasty shit on your own time. Not on our time. We'd rather just see regular ass kissing. If you gotta show kissing at all. Some of the way they be kissing just be nasty as hell.
So. I mean, what makes it nasty is the fact that you know that they're also at the same time consuming slime and whipped cream.
Yeah.
That's what makes it nasty.
A lot of them had their mouth open when the pie came. Like, man, you don't even know if that's real whipped cream.
Bro, these people are freaked out, dog. Yeah. It don't matter. Like it don't matter. I don't understand. Like they would think I was vanilla as hell, bro.
Yeah.
They'd have kicked me out faster than Bella.
For real. Yeah. Right. Yeah, there's some stuff I wouldn't have been able to do. Bro, I like to have a good time and all, but I get the heebie-jeebies pretty easy when nasty shit's involved.
I don't have any other thoughts about that game, man. Nothing really significant happened. People pretty much kissed who they're openly interested in. There's no drama between couples right now. All the drama is within the couples. Like, no, there's no, nobody's infiltrating another couple. The only point of interest right now is who's going to end up with Amaya, and both of those candidates are flawed. So,
yeah, I mean, Elan was going to try to go for Iris. I'm pretty sure he saw that was a no-go pretty soon.
Bro, Elan just came on here and just got curved.
Yeah.
Twice, man.
Yeah.
Popo Elan.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it.
No, he ain't gonna make it. Hey, everybody, we got 109 people in here right now. Please, if you haven't yet, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed and you rock with this, please go ahead and hit subscribe. Appreciate y'all. I'm trying to remember to say this shit during the live. But yeah, do that. Yeah, so that's it for that little dumbass game. So we get back to the villa. Let's see. Yes, we get back to the villa, and like I was saying, all of a sudden, Amaya's a hot commodity.
Yeah.
Everybody wants Amaya now. And the thing is, like, up to this point, as far as like the Casa guys, the only people we've even seen mention Amaya are Captain Saberhuda and Elan. Remember Captain Saberhuda was like, Amaya fine, you know what I'm saying? Amaya's a bad.
Yeah.
And then Elan was like, yeah, I want to talk to her. I want to get to know her. This is before we knew what America thought about her. Yeah. Now that we know what America thinks about her, Zach's energy towards her it's completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. Like before, whenever they sat down and talk, he always looked like he was slightly bothered or he was forced to be in that conversation. Now he couldn't wait to talk to Amaya.
Yeah. And I said that in my review. I was wondering if the fact that America put them as their favorite couple to go on a vacation with, would that, make them mend their relationship, which, I don't know if he's just playing the game or if he realizes that, hey, maybe I do like it.
Like, no, maybe he is 100% playing the game. But he's been playing the game the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like Zach in the first episode where we saw him, like in the first Casa episode, when he first went for Shelly, I feel like that was kind of gameplay. You know coming in who's gonna be popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know who the public is behind. So I think he went for Shelly intentionally, and then when that didn't work out,
wait, you mean Alandria, right?
No, he went for Shelly first. Shelly picked Captain Saberhuda, but he was on Shelly's heart.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
he sure did.
No, he went. I don't know. I don't know who he actually likes, because I haven't really seen true desire or attraction from Zach. You know what I'm saying?
He's a weird dude. I don't understand shit about Zach. I don't even understand the stuff coming out of his mouth.
He's a very awkward guy. His whole everything about him kind of throws you off. But
for real,
I haven't seen him express any kind of genuine interest in any girl. I don't know what his type is. I don't know what he likes. But I feel like he's just here to be on the show for sure.
just to be on TV.
He's just on the show, bro. He's just on the show.
His modeling career,
bro. I don't see any kind of interest in any kind of romantic pursuits. I don't think he's interested in any of these girls necessarily. Or if he is, maybe the one that he's interested in, just he knows isn't interested in him, so he's not going to make a move for it. But I'm not seeing any sincere attraction on his part. So then we go from his talk with her outside on that bench or whatever to the speakeasy where she's sitting there talking to Brian. I wanted to come pull her out of that room so bad. Like, it was so bad, bro. Like, this scene was Brian. And the thing is, like, coming into this episode, I actually didn't mind Brian because he was just kind of like this, happy-go-lucky, character.
Yeah.
He wasn't really, you really didn't see a whole lot of him. First, he was with Andrina. They were over there in their own little world having a good time. Then when that started to fall apart, we would kind of see him saying things about Jaden, which ended in the last episode where he was standing behind Jaden. And I understood that, what I'm saying? If that's who you want to get to know, that's who you stand behind. Some people were questioning why Captain Saberhood has stood behind her as well. That's his boy.
Yeah, that was his boy.
He was trying to help his girl stay in the villa. You know what I'm saying? That I understood that. I didn't think that was a mystery. But so we've never seen him express any kind of interest in Amaya. All of a sudden, he wants to get to know Amaya. So then in the speakeasy, like, you can see in the body language, bro, like, he's leaning back the whole time. He never really makes any moves towards her. He just kind of smiles in response to what she says. Pretends like he's enjoying the conversation. I didn't get the feeling he was genuinely enjoying the conversation. I felt like he was just there. And then
I want to believe that it's not a game and it's just the way he moves. But I mean, it's hard to look past the fact that which he did stand up for a couple of times. But as far as expressing interest, it never really happened. But I want to believe it's genuine. For Amaya's sake, like, we do not need another dude saying anything about her at all.
Okay, so D believes that Brian liked Amaya before the ranking game even started, and he's genuine. I believe that he liked him. I believe that he liked Amaya, but I believe that he just liked her platonically. I didn't see a romantic attraction for Amaya. You know what I'm saying? I think that he likes Amaya because he relates to her, that they're both Dominican. Like, he was supporting, her as far as the heritage and whatnot, and in the way that she expresses herself. But I didn't get the sense before this that he had any kind of physical attraction for Amaya.
I mean, he did ask her for the kiss. He that's the first dude that asked her for a kiss instead of her having to awkwardly ask for one.
Yeah, after finding out that she's America's sweetheart. But I'm saying, like, before this episode, there was no indication that he even found her attractive like that. That I felt like he liked her. He did support her in that messy ass challenge when the dudes were saying all this nonsense about her and whatnot. He did stand up for her, and I appreciated that. But that doesn't mean that he's romantically into her. You know what I'm saying? I think I feel like the romantic interest came after finding out about her popularity. So you beg to differ, though?
I hope it's genuine. I can see what you see, but I'm choosing to hope different. Just for Amaya. I just really don't want to see, like, at least until the end of the goddamn competition. Like, don't say nothing bad about Amaya. Just date her and love her until the end of the competition at least.
You just want her to have a smooth.
Yeah, I don't want her to have no more drama at all.
I don't know. I mean, there isn't enough time for a whole lot more drama. Like I said, if they do bring in another bombshell, it's just going to be one or two, and that's it. So, I mean, this would be the time for somebody to lock in with her, but I'm not going to believe it. So I'd have a hard time voting for that couple because I would have a hard time believing that Amaya, if I thought that Amaya had the presence of mind to keep the money, because I feel like whoever she couples up with, for the rest of this time, she should keep the money, because there's not enough time to really foster a true connection anyway. So I feel like with what she's been through, if she wins, she should keep the money. But I don't think that she would do that. So I would have a hard time voting for her and fill in the blank, because I would feel like they're just riding her coattails to a win.
Even if we see her and Brian together from here on out, and they got good conversations, hugged up, all that.
Let me see one good conversation. Let me see one conversation where he appears to be as interested as she is, where he appears to be genuinely happy, because it just seems like he's there surviving the conversation. It doesn't seem like he's necessarily invested in the conversation, like he's excited about the conversation.
Yeah.
Her energy is high. His energy is like, okay, I can do this.
Her energy is always so high. It's almost no energy left to have. You kind of just got to let her use all the energy.
But bro, you can tell when a dude likes a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at her a certain way. I feel like he looks at her almost like, like he's trying to think to himself, like, can I really do this? You know what I'm saying? Because he knows what all is going to be involved. Like, I believe that he can go there sexually, but that ain't shit.
Yeah, now he can definitely do that.
Any dude can go there sexually, but I don't know if he admires her in a way that is going to foster like a actual romantic relationship. I don't see that, bro.
I see. I'm hoping.
Chris says Andrina was a snake. Now, see, I told you when she first came on, I didn't trust her. There was just something about her I didn't trust.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is true or not. I don't even know if I want to repeat it, because I don't like really saying shit that I haven't verified myself. But
I want to hear it.
All right, so yeah, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that that Jeremiah unfollowed her after she co-signed Ace's love bombing claim the other night.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
I can see that.
I mean, she's definitely a snake. I realized, no man, she's still bad, but I started realizing the way people were looking at her, the way people were talking to her and treating her, like, obviously she real crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's something about her that in person people don't like. So I don't know what it is, but it's something.
You think it's something people don't like?
Yeah, it's something about her personality, her attitude, or even when Chris said, why he wanted to put her at the bottom, and she got kind of defensive. So I don't know if it's just an attitude type thing, or what it is exactly that is off-putting about her. All I see is her looks, and they barely showed her talking. So I don't know what it is, but it's something that makes people not like her. I don't know what it is though. But I do believe she's a bit of a snake. I mean, the way she was moving, like not wanting to be with Brian no more, just going from guy to guy. It's something. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something.
I want to talk about this. So you are on the side of you're pro Huda at this point, right? Can I say that?
I wouldn't say pro Huda, but I'm not against Huda anymore. But I am pro Chris. I like Chris.
I didn't think this was cute. So the comment is, Chris made a comment about being able to calm down Huda when she's going off, and apparently producers didn't show us this. So what the comment is alluding to is apparently that there are scenes happening, or there are things happening behind the scenes where she's getting upset and he's calming her or whatever. They're essentially healing each other's trauma, I guess.
Is what I said they would do.
Is what this is alluding to. I feel like this is the beginning of something bad. I don't think this is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people are getting into a relationship because, oh, this toxic thing that I do, you make it harder for me to do this. So I don't think that means that this person is healed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm by no means an expert in relationships or psychology, but I just don't feel like being with somebody because they soothe you in some area where you're toxic, I think you still need to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I was saying. She's going to put a whole lot of faith and like trust in him being this rock for her. You know what I'm saying? Being this support system, being this solid foundation. And then if he ever falters, if he ever, has a human moment, what's she gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna feel like her whole world is collapsing because she's depending on him for all of this, and now she's Hurricane Hood again, and how does he react to that? I just feel like it's still a cocktail. It's a recipe for trouble, for disaster. I think these are two people that need to be healed. I think that he knows he has an issue with attracting emotionally unstable women, and I think that I think that it's a problem. I don't think this is something that needs to be perpetuated.
I think you're looking at it the wrong way, man. It's not about them so much healing each other. It's the fact that it's a different side, if that makes sense. Like, not to say that that other part isn't there, but it's not going to come out in this relationship. You know what I mean? They're bringing out different parts of each other. And I think that's what everybody does in any relationship. You know what I mean? You get with one person and they're going to bring out different parts of it. I mean, that's even Taylor. I still don't like Taylor, but he is way more likable with Clark than he was with Olandria. Hey, I feel like it's just the way it is. It's a personality and an energy type of thing. You know?
I feel that. But here's my response to that, though. Huda is still having issues, just not necessarily with her partner right now. She's having issues with other people in the villa, though. She's still having issues with her supposed friends, the girls. She's just not having an issue, and a specific issue with her partner. And I feel like that may be, huh?
That's their fault.
Okay, no, we ain't gonna reopen that. But I feel like part of the reason why they're getting along so well right now is because they're in fucking Fiji. They're in a villa. Like, he's not dealing with the fact that he can't ball no more and he got to find a real job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not dealing with that right now. They're not dealing with the logistics of her dealing with her baby daddy, pickups with the daughter. She's talking about moving across the country to LA from North Carolina. I guess he's based in LA. Like, where are we gonna live? He doesn't have a place. She's moving there. Like, there is a lot to figure out in this relationship with two people who have issues. I feel like that we're seeing. I don't buy it, bro. Like I said before, I feel like him picking her in the first place was weak. I felt like she was the easy option. I think he actually wanted Shelly and just didn't believe in his own sauce to be able to pull it from Ace. And I get it. I mean, I believe that this is an alliance that we're dealing with Shelly and Ace, and that they've been locked in from the beginning and just kind of playing the game the whole way. So it would have been a daunting task to get her to break protocol with that. But I do think she was genuinely interested. I stand on that. I believe she was genuinely interested in Captain Stable.
She definitely was. She definitely was genuinely interested in Chris.
But then when she saw how easy it was for Huda to derail him, I think she was like, "Oh, it's a waste of time." And I think she's right. I'm sorry, like this. I stand with Shelly on that. Like, once you see that was pretty weak to me, bro. I'm sorry. Like, that was really weak, man.
What you mean? I mean, but like, were you talking about like the switch up? I mean, what you talking about?
Yeah, just the fact that he didn't pursue. You know what I'm saying?
He pursued Shelly. He pursued the crap out of Shelly. 2 pancakes and 1 flower.
And then that's it. You can't have a conversation, bro. Like, okay, if you feel like
wasn't reciprocated.
Listen, say that. If you feel like she's giving Ace more energy, I'm sorry. If you feel like she's giving Ashley more energy, then hey, pull her aside. Like, hey, I know you're coupled up with him. I told you I'm still interested. I don't feel like I'm getting the same energy from you that you're giving to him. Is it because you're more into him? Let me know. Do I need to? I'm saying, have the conversation at least. Don't just I'm gonna back off and just fall into Huda's arms.
But he said he don't chase.
That's not chasing. And that's why I said this, Mark. That's not chasing. Like, if she has expressed interest in you, then you're courting her. You're chasing her if she says, leave me alone. That's chasing. That can get weird. Courting is totally different. If the girl is telling you, yeah, I'm interested, then court the girl. Now, if you want to back out, if you want to back out because you feel like you can't win her over this other dude, then I just think, you know, and then you got this other girl who is obviously just ready for anybody who will accept her. And I get it. If you just want to stand, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is, right? You know, he knows that his ball career is coming to an end. All that big noise he was talking about, I don't have to be here right now. I can give a fuck about being on. Oh, you give a fuck.
Hold on, let me let the dog out.
All right, I'm gonna talk to y'all while he lets the dog out. Yeah. So Mo says Jesse Wu looked up Chris stats, pretty much non-existent. He's a bench sitter, doesn't have a real career over there. Like I said, I ain't gonna shoot down the brother's career. I ain't ever played ball overseas, so I don't feel like it's within my scope to criticize him for not being the greatest professional basketball player overseas.
Yeah, but he on the team. That's a big feat in itself, I think.
Yeah, but I will say that I just think that I think that this opportunity means more to him than he's letting on. And there may just be an element of desperation on his part, which may be why he was so willing to just fall back on Huda.
I think he likes Huda.
I'm sure. I mean, look, anybody would like Huda for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like Huda is very likable. I'm sure Huda's a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but there are obvious issues there. Like she still has taken little to no accountability. Like all of her apologies come after days of people saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she has to be coached into apologizing, and I don't know that she actually understands what she's apologizing for by the time she apologizes. And it's always, I didn't know, but tell me if I'm doing something wrong. You are a grown woman. You don't know how to act. You don't need people to tell you when you're doing something wrong. You know when you're wrong because you're able to point out when other people are doing you wrong. You know when you're wrong. There's no accountability. Like this is a person that does not take accountability. This is a person that's been abusive. This is a person who hasn't been held accountable for any of their actions and who has been allowed to just kind of run roughshod over everybody in the villa. And then you come in supposedly wanting Shelly, who is a totally different kind of personality. And then a couple of days later, because Shelly is showing more attention to Ace. All right, I'm sorry. God, I keep saying this. Shelly is showing more attention to Ashley.
Yeah.
And you just gonna back off? Yeah, bro, I'm sorry, that's weak, bro. I'm sorry, that's weak. And that's
I'm telling you, I think
why it's passed like that.
I think he saw the fakeness in Shelly and saw the realness in Huda.
Okay. Hey. That realness is gonna slap him.
I don't think so. I think that's it. I don't think either one of them thought that they were gonna like each other the way they did. She got close to him and realized that he was a genuinely nice guy. He got close to her and realized that she was a real stand on business female. I know she don't take accountability, but
But what, nigga? That's kind of a big deal.
I mean, yeah, that's a flaw. But
a flaw.
Yeah. I mean, I've been told that I'm not good at taking accountability. So, but I mean, I'm not on TV.
I don't know that about you.
I mean, yeah, that's because that's what I mean about different relationships. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you talk to and depending on how they're going to read the situation.
All right, let's go back to the comments. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The producer's a whole pervert. Said milk challenge tournament. The milk challenge was gross.
Yeah, that milk challenge was bad. Real bad.
I believe it. I believe in Natural Name. They know it gets under my skin.
They know it's gonna bother.
They stopped doing
this. It's a shock factor. A lot of shows do that. They do it just for the shock factor to know that people gonna hate it.
They stopped doing this, at least I hope that they stopped doing this.
Oh yeah. Now that was so bad. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing with the milk. They just stopped using food.
It was the same thing last season. Crispy Bacon. That's a hilarious name, by the way. It was the same thing last season because I think last season was the first time they did the orgy challenge with Castle Moore, where everybody was just doing everybody.
Yeah.
It's getting worse and worse, man.
No, it is. That's because every season they feel like they got to top last season. You know what I'm saying? 2 more seasons down the line, they just gonna be butt naked, just rolling around.
Yeah, this episode was kind of boring, bro. I'm sorry. Like I felt like it was a filler.
Yeah, it definitely was. They were. It was a lot of drama in the past 2 episodes, and they plan on having drama in the recoupling. So, this was just a
tell Stephanie Boyd. Tell Stephanie
Oh.
Boyd what your channel is, bro.
It is Sean Ross 99. SEANROSS 99. 2 videos up so far. I'm working on I'll be working on getting the other ones out sooner. I didn't get this one out for the day until like 8 o'clock.
I did notice this. He says, "Did you notice Zach's face when they hugged after the apology?"
Yeah. I noticed that too. I was trying to figure out what he's so weird. It's hard to figure out what he's actually thinking. Was he just looking around like, does anybody see me? Or was he looking like
he's wondering if this is working?
Yeah. Like, do people believe me?
Yeah, he's trying to lock it in.
Was my act believable?
I agree. I agree, Marissa. I don't think he likes anybody there.
Yeah. He thought he was gonna come in like Miguel and find him a Leah. And there wasn't a Leah there.
No Leahs in this season. Moving away, what's that mean? So Jeremiah Muhammad says Sierra's friends just announced that they are moving away since those slurs came out. Like they backing off. They ain't fucking with her no more. She losing her friends. She losing her homies.
I mean, I think she lost a bunch of followers. I heard that's why we didn't see much of her in the past couple of episodes.
We saw a good amount of her tonight.
I mean, yeah, she was there, but I think they dialing it back a little bit. They not, like I said, I heard they're not gonna take her off because it's too close to the end, but they're gonna dial it back how much she's shown.
If her friends are backing up, they some fake ass motherfuckers because they already knew this.
Yeah, they knew she was like that.
You know what I'm saying? They probably like that too.
Real, they trying not to lose their followers.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to get some distance. Fake ass.
For real.
Hell out of here, man. But I mean, it makes sense though. Her friends would be fake.
Yeah, she real fake.
That lip is bothering me more and more. This is 100% Scammer Island JoJo, 100%. And I feel like Ace ruined this. Golly, bro. I feel like Ashley ruined this season because this culture that he created, where there's something wrong with you if you like somebody too much to talk to a bunch of people you're not interested in. We're getting rid of strong couples and then masking it as you're not exploring enough. Meanwhile, the people that are doing all the eliminating are not exploring anything but each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Like
wild
that
activity.
I'll never understand how they managed to find a group of people that would allow him to run the villa.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It started, he came in hot and completely took over whoever he thought was going to be a main character. And they just followed him blindly. Like I said, the girls looked at him like he was the king of the villa. Them putting him at number 1 for best boyfriend material. Hey, I was so happy to watch them walk that walk. Man,
it's not enough, bro. It's not enough. I said this in my review as well. If you didn't see it, I felt like that poll for which couple would you want to go on vacation with, I think that should have determined who the bottom 6 were. Should have been the final 3 couples in that poll, because that is essentially a favorite couple vote, which we still haven't had one of those. I don't think we've had a favorite couple or most compatible couple vote yet this season.
Yeah, no.
It's all been, popularity, favorite boy, favorite girl, and then we still don't even get to decide who goes home because they always give it to the Islanders.
Yeah.
But I felt like in that case, it should have been the three couples who were at the bottom of that vacation poll. 5 of them should have had to go home. And I think what would happen if they would have saved Shelly, I think she would end up with the most votes. And then we would have got to see her actually chase Captain Saberhooder and see what he really wants.
He wouldn't have been able to pull it from Hooder. She wouldn't have been able to get him from Hooder. I don't think.
You don't think so?
Nah, I'm telling you, I think he done from that Stand on Business challenge. I don't think he had any interest in her anymore.
I don't think he had any interest in her turning him down. But I think in a scenario where she's pursuing him, I think he'd be open.
I'd like to say he would, but you could be right.
Okay, now I brought this comment up because I did want to address it. So Carolyn says that Brian defended Amaya at the Stand on Business challenge, and then they had a convo on the beach chairs where he expressed interest before the rankings. I remember that conversation. He didn't look. I'm telling y'all,
he did. I forgot about that. He did.
Yeah, but he did not look like. It didn't look sincere. I'm sorry. I'm just reading based on the people's facial expressions, body language.
I think that's just how Brian is, though. That's how he was with Andreana.
No. And see, that's a perfect example. He was very different with Andrina.
You think so?
Oh, he was all over her. Like we knew from the jump that he was into Andrina, and he was on it. She was on it. They they had a very strong physical attraction initially.
Yeah,
like, I think, like I said, of course Amaya is attractive. Like we all acknowledge she's a pretty girl, but
yeah,
she is a lot. Like she is high energy. She's gonna take somebody that matches her energy, or somebody who can absorb her energy and not be annoyed by it or put off by it. And that person does exist. I just don't know if they're in the villa right now or if they'll be in the villa. But yeah. I remember that conversation. I remember them talking, on the dock after that whole, scene in the Stand on Business challenge. And it just, to me, I didn't see the chemistry. It just felt like she was way more in the conversation than he was. I thought that he was just kind of like, well, this is an option. I already know that Andrina's not into me anymore. I'm seeing what I can do with Jaden. Let me see what Amaya talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's another option in the villa. Everybody is just trying to survive the show. Like,
yeah, because it's that last week.
No, this season has lost all hope for any kind of actual love connection. It's just a bunch of people trying to survive the show.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, and this is and this is why it was so dumb for those girls to get rid of Hannah when they did. None of these guys like Amaya, and Marissa King says none of these guys like Amaya at all romantically. And although I find her annoying, it's sad she falls for these dudes so easily. It really is.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's she gonna do? And she has to find a connection, and she can only choose from the people who are there.
I know, and that's what I said in my my review from last night's episode. It's Amaya gets these super high highs and these super low lows. If she can just find somewhere in the middle, I mean, because you saw how happy she was after she talked to Brian, and it's like don't put all your eggs in that basket. Like you barely had a conversation with him. She don't even know if she like him yet. She ain't gave herself enough time to think about if she likes Brian. She's just happy that somebody likes her. Well,
that's the thing. I think she likes anybody who. This isn't a diss to her. I think she does like anybody who likes her. She was willing to get to know Austin. She was willing to get to know. Hey, these are very different people.
Yeah, there's clearly no type with a mic other than you if you like her.
Yeah, there's nobody that's expressed interest in her at any point that she's been like, oh no, I'm not interested in getting to know him. No. She's the most open person on this island.
Yeah,
really, like willing to talk to whoever. Which I think is just part of like who she is, kind of, and you can tell she's a very sweet soul. So I think she's just open to people in general, which obviously leaves you vulnerable to get hurt. Brian's first choice was Andrina. She's going to make sense for his second choice to be Amaya. It would if Amaya was a second choice, but she wasn't. Jaden was a second choice.
Yeah, Jaden would have been the second.
Jaden was 100% the second choice. Like that's the thing. Like we didn't see him mentioning Amaya until after we found out how popular she was. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
She said she doesn't want Andrina for Jeremiah. I don't know if that rumor was true about him unfollowing her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that scene was a little chopped up. Ace, Ashley definitely put words in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because all he said was Jeremiah came on strong, right? And she said yes, and I feel like she said more after that.
Like
but that's where they cut it. And then he's like, "See, that's that love bombing." Like she didn't say love bombing.
Yeah,
and being hot and heavy at the beginning of a relationship isn't necessarily love bombing.
Yeah, not if you actually feel it.
Yeah, and
I do hope that he doesn't try to go for her afterwards. Like I said, I don't know what it is about her, but I don't think she's as good as a person as one should be.
Well, I said that was my initial impression. My initial impression was that there was something about her I didn't trust. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, bro got Jeremiah, I know, has over 1 million on TikTok. I just saw he was celebrating over 500,000 on Twitter. So he's on his way to 1 million there too. Like he's fine.
Yeah, he definitely don't need to go after Andrina.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they I'm sure they'll cross paths, you know what I'm saying? We got the reunion coming up at some point.
Yeah, they'll see each other, but
they'll see each other. He definitely ain't got to chase it down.
Mm-mm.
Bro's DM's probably looking lovely right now.
Full to the brim.
I agree, Renee. I didn't like that she said that. And then that's why I think that scene was kind of chopped up, because I think she said more than that. Because she should have said yes, but I also was coming on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hot and heavy. Like we were both, or yes, we were both, you know, coming on kind of strong, because they were definitely both initiating stuff.
Yeah, she was definitely all on him.
Definitely. So I'm not going to assume that she was totally co-signing Ashley in that moment. I'm going to assume that was just a chopped up scene, and it just made it look like she was just, you know, because for whatever reason, Love Island as a show is cool with people just throwing things out there with no evidence, no foundational, you know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of irresponsible, because they actually posted a clip on YouTube highlighting that part of Ashley's speech where he's calling Jeremiah a love bomber, when we have no footage of him love bombing anybody in any way, when we actually have footage of him being love bombed, when we actually have footage of him being verbally abused and essentially framed for being somebody he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a very irresponsible post on the part of Love Island as a production, because you have people making claims that could tarnish another person's reputation with no factual basis. Meanwhile, somebody who we've actually seen commit, you know, foul behavior is being given this redemption arc, which is why I can never support Huda. I'm sorry. I don't think she should still be on the show. Like I said before, when all of this went down, this show is a privilege. And when you treat people a certain way, you no longer are entitled to that privilege.
Yeah.
And I think she should have been removed. So I can't get behind any kind of redemption arc. I can't support any goof ass nigga like Captain Saber Huda who comes in here and pretends like this is now going to be some super healthy relationship and they're going to heal all of each other's wounds. Like, come the fuck on. Y'all met each other on Love Island in this toxic ass villa with all these goofy ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? In this fake environment. And I'm supposed to believe that you two are going to heal all of each other's wounds. And no, this is stupid. He wanted Shelly, he punked out, and he settled for Huda. And they'll both find out eventually.
That's it. I'm not in support of Huda, but I am in support of Chris. I believe he's being genuine and sincere. So
he sincerely wants to stay on the show. He sincerely wants a chance to win. And now that he sees that America is supporting him, and he kind of sees that the hood is not at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't at the top of anything, but she was near the top, kind of in the middle.
Yeah, she was top 5.
You know what I'm saying? He sees that he can get through the show with her now. But yeah, we somehow made it to an hour with that boring ass, whack ass episode. So appreciate all y'all for being in here with me. Again, thank y'all for getting me to 2,000 today. I said at the beginning of this season that my goal was pretty audacious, that I wanted to get to 3,000 by the end of the season. It's only got a week left, and I think I need around 900 of y'all to subscribe to make that happen. So it's a bit of a reach, but hey, it's not impossible. So if you have not yet subscribed and you're still here, please go ahead and hit that button. If you enjoyed this at all, please do go ahead and hit the like so the algorithm can push this video out to more viewers. But again, thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you, Sean, for being my co-host. And we will see y'all next Friday, unless some wild shit happens between now and then. And he hits me up and says, hey, let's go live. Just so y'all know, the plan for me every night is to do, my individual episodic recordings. But if he is ever available to do a live, I'm always down to do a live because it's so much less work. Press record, talk to y'all, and then we're done. Like I'm
starting to realize that I've only edited 2 videos, but it literally took me all night. I mean, it took me all night and all day, this one. But
people don't realize this is actually a lot of work to do these reviews, you know what I mean? But so I'm always down to do a live. So yeah, if some crazy shit happens, or if he just has a free night, then you may see a random live pop up. So that's another reason. Go ahead and hit subscribe so you can get that notification. Because if I do randomly go live on a Tuesday or whatever, you'll be the first to know. But yeah, we're at an hour. I always cut it at an hour. So thank y'all for being in here with me. Thank you for participating in the chat. Replay gang, I'll holler at y'all in the chat. I'm always in the chat and always interacting. Love y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right.